So if you look back before Take Shape for Life and think of your spectrum from a 1 to a 10 where you were health-wise, and now look at your health from a 1 to a 10, would that be a much improved number?
Yeah.
For me as well. So let's talk about what's going on in our country. Overweight and obesity is a growing epidemic. Yes?
Yes.
66% of the population in this country is overweight or obese. 66%. So that's more than half, right? By the year 2030, which is what? How many years away is 2030? 16 years away. Anybody have a teenager? Or a young child who's going to be a teenager by then? Anybody want to guess what the percentage of the population predicted to be overweight at the trends we're going is? Anyone?
90%.
90% is accurate. So overweight and obesity impacts lives in so many ways. Poor overall health, increased need for medication. You heard someone in the back who had gotten off multiple medications. I talked about self-esteem, reduced quality of life, lower energy levels, and less productive. One of the other pieces, if you think about the financial impact that this has, if you feel, what do they say? If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Because you can't go to work, you can't get up, you can't take care of your family, and personally you can't take care of yourself, can you? You're good to no one. So let's talk about the crisis in America today. This is the map in 1998. These are the colors, and it's kind of hard to see in the back, but I'm going to explain it. There's some baby blue coming through here, and that's 10 to 14%. This is by the CDC's Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System, where they basically took a poll of the country to see where we're at with our obesity. And 10 to 14% is this baby blue. So that is the lowest. That's what's left. Yeah. And then the darker blue is 15 to 19%. My eyes are going. And then 20% to 24% are these little sections here in the other parts of the country. There's no red yet. See, 25 to 29%, 30%. Back in 1998, there was no red at that time. Fast forward 10 years. So remember I said in 15 years from now, 90% of the country is going to be obese? This is what happened in 10 years back then. There was one state left in the 15 to 19%, but the rest of the country was over 20% overweight. 2 years later, we just got back from these states right here, right, Greg? These are we just got back from the 30% states. And I will tell you, when we sat in Starbucks and I watched young people walk through the door, and every single one was overweight. It got to me, to my core. We are on a trajectory where 90% of our country is going to be that color. I mean, I was in school. I don't know how many people had fun when you were little, but I got made fun of, and it was hard enough. It was hard enough just being a little kid. So to be overweight and to have to deal with that is scary. So this is the American diet. We're on a roller coaster ride. I mean, this was my situation. I was going to be diabetic. I would be diabetic right now. That's what the doctors told me if I hadn't done something about my blood sugars. So the blood glucose insulin response is very important. And I remember when Dr. A told me about this the first time, he said, when it drops down here, because I love to eat sugar, he says when it drops down here, that's when arteriosclerosis happens. Pretty serious, right? But the thing that got me is what he said, wrinkles happen. This is the truth, right? So who is Take Shape for Life? And how could we be your partner to create health and be part of the solution to treat this country's epidemic? So Dr. Wayne Anderson is our co-founder and medical director. It's a physician-led organization of health coaches who are professional health coaches and health professionals. 20% of our health coaches are health professionals, which is exciting because it provides us with a lot of medical credibility. We're focused on helping people create health, and we have a mission to get America healthy. And we're a three-pronged system. We have the 5-in-1, and I love this green folder because you're going to get this if you're not in the program already. It's so simple. We have the 5-in-1 meal program, which, how many people have heard you're supposed to eat every 3 hours? Yes, that's how we treat people in the program. This is what teaches you how to do that. What's your lean and green meal? And then we have the lifestyle habits of health system, and the secret sauce, the sticky in the middle, is your health coach. And the program helps us learn habits of health, and the health coach actually takes you through the journey. So as you're learning about the program and the structure of it and how to do this part of it, you have to read the book, but your health coach will hold you accountable to what's in it. And same with the habits of health. You're going to need to read the books, but your health coach will take you through the journey so that you integrate those habits of health lessons. And on the program, we recommend if you're currently exercising, keep up the consistency, but cut back the output. No more than 45 minutes a day of exercise while you're on the weight loss phase of our program. The habits of health system. So where do we learn our habits when we're little? All of them, right? So who gave you a health manual when you were little in school on your healthy body? Anybody? Anybody get a health manual when we're in school? This is the health manual that we can use to study to reprogram our habits. Now you have a health coach who cares about you, who's going to help support you, but we've also got tools. This is the program guide for our entire program, Dr. A's Habits of Health. As a matter of fact, they found that people who actually get the materials with the meal replacements are on the program much longer than those people who do not. Then you've got Living a Longer, Healthier Life. I love this guide. This is where you can relearn and reprogram yourself. Do people love this in the room? Anybody been through this? It's pretty great. I love this program. And then I like to listen to this one on audio when I'm driving, Discover Your Optimal Health, and I've listened to it over and over and over and over again. And if anybody has trouble sleeping, I love the sleeping chapter in here. It's really important to get sleep, which I've learned about. So the program materials are fabulous. And we've even got videos, so if you like to learn by learning through videos, or you have someone in your life who does, you can show them a video as well. So we kind of meet you where you're at. Who wouldn't want to have a free health coach? You know, anywhere you want to learn something, do you not need a teacher or a guide? It's really a helpful tool. And what they do with the Vito Network is basically put you in a bubble. That's you. On the outside of there is your health coach who's there to guide and support you through all of the support that we have. We've got the 5-in-1 program. You've got the Habits of Health system that I just went over. You've got the virtual clinic. How many people get on our nurses and doctors calls that are live every week? You can learn so much from those calls. I'm so grateful. And how much does it cost to get on those nurses and doctors calls?
Free.
Free. So what's someone's excuse not to learn? So we've got the Be Slim Club. And I love the Be Slim Club because it actually educates you on how to keep your weight off long term. And it also helps you integrate using our program as part of a repetitious system, as using the program as snacks. My TSFL, we're coming up with apps. We've got some new technology where you can go in online and you can track all your food and what you're eating for the day, and it gives you reports. And if you haven't done My TSFL, I recommend it. It's a great program. And then the home office supports us as well. We've got great customer service. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
They do a great job. So I want to ask someone to come up here and help me walk you through a day in the life on the program. So a lot of you said yes, you've heard you're supposed to eat every 2 to 3 hours. That's how most personal trainers recommend you eat, right? And this has been new to me for 12, I didn't know about eating every 3 hours over 12 years ago. No one told me that. So what I'd like to do is show you how the program works. Who has either been on the program for a little while and would like to have an opportunity to go through a day in the life on the program, or who hasn't done the plan and would like to come up here and help me show everyone what it would look like to be on the plan? Nobody? Carol Ann, do you want to come on up? Thank you. So Carol Ann, you've been on the program already, correct?
Yes, I have.
And how much weight did you say you've lost?
I've lost 32 pounds on the program.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to take you through a day in the life, and I don't have a pen up here. So I want to ask everybody that's in the room to think about what time you wake up, because I'm going to walk you through from Carol Ann's lifestyle, but think about your own lifestyle. What time do you wake up? Because what's the most important meal of the day?
Breakfast.
Mom always said so, right? So let's break up that word. And what time do you wake up in the morning?
I wake up around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
She's like, too early.
Whitney can't even write that.
Would you write this for me?
No, I meant.
No, but I really So Carol Ann wakes up at 4:30 in the morning. We're going to go with 4:30. So think about when you wake up. And you want to, how do you break up that word breakfast? Let's break it into 2 words. What is it? You want to
Break the fast.
the first 30 minutes of waking, unless your doctor says otherwise. So when would she have her first meal replacement? And what's your favorite meal replacement?
I like the smoothies, or the actual when you make a shake. And I've made shakes out of the soft serve, shakes just about out of anything that's a powdered thing. And I love them. Just put them in the blender. It's awesome.
It's fast. They also have pancakes and eggs and oatmeal. Oh my, we have 80 different products to choose from. And then so 4:30 would be the first meal. And how many hours is she going to be eating?
3.
I eat every 2 hours because I'm hypoglycemic. Caroline is clearly not. So she eats every 2.5 to 3, which is fine for her. So we're going to go 7:30 is the next one. We're going to base it on every 3 hours.
8 o'clock.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're right, 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you, Greg. So she's starting her first meals at 5 a.m. The next one's at 8. When's the next one?
No.
What does she have at 8?
Well, at 8 o'clock, I like to have cereal. I like that lovely, the Berry Crunch is like one of my favorites. It's awesome. Or in the winter, I'll do the oatmeal.
Okay. At 11?
At 11, I do a snack like a bar. I like the bars at that time.
11 to 12, 12 to 1, 2 o'clock.
And then I usually get out of work. I work at a busy pain clinic in the Navy, so usually around 1:30 is when I get a chance to go down to the cafeteria and eat lunch. And so that's when I eat a lean and green, actually.
When's her next meal, everyone?
Let's help to talk about the meeting.
Oh, okay. So you have your lean and green middle of the afternoon.
Yeah,
All right.
I kind of split mine up because I have a part of it at lunch.
We'll just keep it simple.
And then I have
So your health coach can work with you on how to do different things. We have 2 minutes to do this.
Okay,
So
2 minutes.
protein and
So
vegetables.
I have a salad and chicken or something like that at work. Perfect. And then I
When's
eat
her next meal, everyone?
Then on my way home, I'm usually eating a bar or a smoothie in the car.
Beautiful. And then, what time are you up at night? Are you up at 8 o'clock?
I am, it's barely, but and then we have another smoothie. We like that nice big smoothie in the blender.
Beautiful. So can everyone see this? Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, guys. Can everyone see the pattern and the process of when you're supposed to eat? Wonderful. So eat every 2 to 3 hours. You're going to have 1 lean and green meal a day. Caroline showed us that you can do it either at lunch or at dinner. And you're going to lose 2 to 5 pounds in the first 2 weeks, and then 1 to 2 pounds thereafter. Results will vary. So this is where we want to get you to, eating every 2 to 3 hours, where your glycemic index is balanced, where you're having low glycemic meals every 2 to 3 hours, and you're not dropping below the wrinkle zone. We heard enough stories, I think, in the room to really impact, but this is Karen Honeycutt from our trip out to Kentucky, where I said everybody was overweight. She'd lost 120 pounds and was on TV out there. When her husband got off the airplane, she hid from him, and she surprised him. So they followed her. The story. She's a beautiful lady. She'll be at convention. So there's 2 paths you can take. So if you're sitting in the room, think about where you're going to be in 90 days from now. How about in a year from now? If you don't change anything, are you going to be closer to your optimal health goal? Or you could take our path to optimal health with the Take Shape for Life program with the help of your health coach. And where could you be in 90 days from now? Or where would you want to be? You have a chance to sit down and really dream about it. So these are the 3 questions I asked you to ask yourself. Does this make sense? Can I do it? And how do I get started? We're going to wrap up with how do I get started. It's super easy. Everyone was invited by a health coach that's here. So you want to make sure that you connect with your health coach following this event. There's a health profile form they're going to ask you to fill out. I email mine. It comes on their website if you ask them for the website, or they can give it to you, and they can go through it with you and fill it out with you. Or you can fill it out yourself and then give it back to them another time. But you need to fill out the client health enrollment form so that we can identify which program to put you on. Because there's questions in here will make a difference in your plan. And then they'll help you place an order. There's some quick variety packs that I suggest you get just so you have a chance to try everything that's in the program. And they let you send back up to 10 boxes, so if there's something you prefer, you can always send back stuff.